G Plus 2025 interview. I'm here together with, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm halogenlampert. I run some GTA games on the Switch because why not?
Why not? Yes, of course. So, what initially drew you to speedrunning this game?
For Vice City in particular, I've seen a run of it for the opening event of ESA Winter 22. Casey Fruit did a run specifically of Vice City Definitive, which had an interesting route, which was noticeably different from the original game. And so once I started actually speedrunning games myself, I wondered if that route is doable on Switch, and it turns out, yeah, it is.
Oh, that's quite nice that you tested out before you run. If you like, can I elaborate about the previous games? You have the first GTA Vice City, of course, and you have now the Definity Edition. Is there a big of a difference when you run it, or with glitches or something? Can you tell something about that?
Of course. Vice City, of course, has a huge history, and I imagine that quite a bit of the audience is going to be like, wait, they released this on Switch? What the hell? In fact, I've heard people at this event say the very same thing. It is under the hood, more or less, like a new rendering layer that they put on top of the original game that's still running in the background. There is a handful of technical differences that allow you to have new glitches. Nothing fundamentally new, but like new combinations. So, for example, the route that I will be doing today does not exist on the original game. And I guess we'll get more into it as we actually see the game.
That's pretty cool, because is there a lot of difference? But I see the first on the Switch. Normally it's just PlayStation or PC mastered. What is the big difference between the PlayStation and the Switch that you are currently running?
Well, if we're comparing to the PS2 version, then one big difference is it runs better.
Okay. Nice.
So for the Definitive Edition, they put like a big fancy graphics layer on top of it. To like modernize the game for like new platforms and everything, but then they had to dial it all way back to have it run on Switch at all.
Oh wow!
So
okay.
they may have been better off just not doing anything. And if you're into like high fidelity graphics, this is not gonna be a speedrun for you at all.
Okay, good to know. Good to know, because. Is there certain glitches you're going to show off that doesn't come by with the PlayStation at all?
Yes. A very fundamental thing that Vice City glitching that comes up a lot is insta-passes. You can trick the game into letting you run two different mission scripts at the same time, and the results for that vary between version to version. And it happens that specifically the Definitive Edition in one of the earlier releases has one of those insta-passes that basically takes you from the middle of an optional mission chain that you're not intended to have to do, to straight to the end of the game. And we're going to see that in the run.
Oh wow, that's a lot to showcase. Mm-hmm. So you are currently running this game. Is there any other games on the GTA series or any categories you currently run?
Yes, I run San Andreas any %, also Definitive Edition, also on the Switch. That will be happening tomorrow, first thing in the morning at 7 a.m.
Wow, that's an early one.
Yeah, I'll have to get a cup of coffee, I think.
Maybe two. And also, when we are talking about the other GTA, is there also a lot of difference between the normal version that first came out?
Yes, there are. Once again, although in San Andreas it works quite differently.
Other things, okay, yeah.
Oh, sorry, you wanted to talk about Vice?
It's okay. You can elaborate both if you want.
Right. So San Andreas has on-mission setups, on-mission zero setups that are things that are required for you to start the same mission twice.
Okay.
And the setups that exist between the versions are different and allow you to do different things. And we'll get more into that when we get there tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. Don't spoil it. Just watch the run tomorrow, for sure.
I would need graphics and shit to explain it in an interview format like this.
I know. I get that. So, are there currently other games that you're running in the GTA series, except for those two?
Currently not, no.
Okay.
Maybe one of these days I will give GTA 3 a go just to have the full trilogy under my belt. But I've actually never beaten that game casually. It was just not a thing that was on my radar when it came out.
Okay.
Vice City was very much the game that I played as a totally 18-year-old kid when it was new.
First release, yeah.
And yeah, San Andreas I beat later on when I was older, but I've never really gotten into 3 that much.
Is there a part in the game particularly that has some value for yourself? It's like, oh, that part is some special for me?
Well, we're not going to see it in the run, but particularly the radio holds a special place in my heart. I do remember on my brother's PS2 way back when, just taking a car, driving it out to a place where there's not too much ambient volume, and just listening to Wave 103. Specifically, as a German kid, I found it amazing that 99 Luftballons, which is a German song, was on that station in an American game. It's like, wait, why is the 10-year-old me couldn't comprehend why it was there? I didn't know what an international hit is.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So just drive around, because that's all GTA is all about, particularly in the game. Do you do a lot of driving in the game itself, or is it just running and shooting?
No, you do your fair bit of driving, and specifically in Vice City, driving well and fast is like, it's nearly incompatible, because the driving is so fast, it is so snappy, you turn on a whim. Specifically when I come from San Andreas back to Vice City, it's so much more arcadey, and there's a real skill to it, and I will be amazed for every drive that I don't crash in the speedrun.
Yeah, because it's going really fast, and you need to like evade certain objects in order not to crash, and you need to save time eventually. All right, okay, cool. Is there anything else you are looking forward to during this marathon? I think you're here also a couple of days. Are there any particular ones you want to see?
Well, funny you should mention that. Coming up right next after this is Ugyo's Rhythm Taiko Showcase, which I do actually look forward to. I've seen Ugyo perform various rhythm games in the past, and he's very talented at it. There's also going to be Josh's, or the Joshimus's, San Andreas on Friday, because apparently one San Andreas was not enough for BSG.
We need two. Let's go.
So I'm very much looking forward to that one.
Pretty good to hear. What do you think about the event so far? Having fun?
Oh yeah, very much so. I've been running a Magic tournament, so a card game thing. I've been hanging out with people, playing board games. It's great. It's very good to be back.
Very good to be back. Thank you so much for this interview, Lampert. I wish you the best of luck on your run, and break a leg, but get world record, something like that,
I'll do my best.
Okay, that's it for this interview part. I'm Mieslwd. I'm also going to be your host for a couple of runs. So please stay tuned, and we'll be right back for the next run.